Well. If it isn't me abandoning yet another game. I did start a playthrough of Bioshock 2 Minerva's Den, and I just, to be quite frank, it wasn't my favorite thing. I mean, pretty much all the issues I have with Bioshock 2 are transferable to Minerva's Den, and maybe I'll be tempted. Maybe something will convince me to play it again. Maybe I'll watch some, YouTube video essay about it at some point. But as of right now, in the year of our Lord 2022, I have no interest at all in said game. And also, just while I was playing it, I was just thinking in the back of my head, I'd rather be playing Dishonored. So here we go. I did in fact stream my first playthrough of this on this very stream. There's no, I think there's one clip, maybe a couple clips, but I wasn't saving my playthroughs for whatever reason. I don't know why. It's very easy to just upload them to YouTube and then they're there forever. I really regret. Streamers, if you just started streaming, if you aren't archiving your game footage, even if you're just keeping it private for yourself, you're making a mistake because you're going to regret it. I regret it. This is the console version. Definitely went subtitles on. I think we don't really want head bob, right? I don't think that's it. Whatever, it's fine. Wait, no, it's not fine because I want subtitles. Okay, cool. I thought that I didn't read the words. I just saw the square. Sometimes you have to save your settings before you. Anyway, I don't know if we're gonna do the DLC. I do like the Dowd DLC, but I don't know. We'll see. We're gonna play on very normal. So I watched a documentary about Deathloop. I'm gonna shut up.
If only there was someone else I trusted to send, so that you could remain near. But there is no one else. And the Spy Master was right to insist that I send you. The plague has taken so many, and we must find a cure. When you are near, my heart is at peace. Emily and I will count the days until you return. Hurry home and bring good news.
Steady hand. That's it. Watch it. Cast off line. Casting off. We're away. Take us straight to Dunwall Tower. Lord Corvo has news for the Empress, and we've come a long way.
A long way to bring bad news. The sailors say there's a curse on us. Black magic.
Superstition. For all we know, there's a cure for the plague by now.
Maybe. We live in strange times. Sending the Empress's bodyguard away for a couple of months. That's unusual.
Well, this was important. We need help with the rat plague.
Oh, Half-Life. What hast thou wrought?
Sealed. Ready. Empress will be waiting for your news, Corvo.
Fair voyage, sir.
I think I kill this guy.
It's been good traveling with you, Corvo.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I kill him. What do I mean by Half-Life? What hast thou wrought?
You know what to do next time?
Maybe it's not all
Yes,
Half-Life's
yes.
fault,
The pressure was too low. All these new machines you touch.
but Half-Life really popularized this concept
Hello, sir.
that is referred to as a walk and talk. Far too many games begin with a walk and talk. This one, yeah.
Corvo, you're back! Will you tell me about your trip, please? Were there any whales?
This one's a bit more
Let's
deceptive
play hide and seek first. I'll cover my eyes and you hide.
because they hide a tutorial
Have time?
inside
You're
of the
busy
walk and
talking
talk.
to that nasty old spy master. Okay, here we go.
Red Dead 2 has a pretty bad
Oh, you were
opening
gone,
walk
you
and
seemed
talk.
very sad. I think she missed you. Let's see if you're still good at this. I'll hide my eyes and count, and at the end of the countdown, I'll try and find you. Okay, I'm going to count to 10. Find a place to hide. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here I come.
Allowing you to look ahead without being seen by enemies.
Let's see about here. Okay, well, somewhere else then. Okay, you win. We should go now, so Mother can see you too. Run with me!
I haven't decided
Did you
if
see any monsters while traveling to the other isles? My nanny says the big ocean's full of them, but I think she only says that to scare me.
I wonder if you can use that to dodge. I haven't decided if I'm gonna do high chaos or not.
Follow me, Corvo.
When I played through this the first time, I did low chaos.
Welcome home, Lord Protector.
Yeah, kill you.
Stop moving, Campbell. And you, Corvo, welcome back. From wherever you've been.
You, I think I
They sent
kidnapped.
him all around the Isles to beg for aid. A waste of time. My elixir will banish the plague from this city. Now keep still a moment, High Overseer Campbell.
I'm not so sure that painting looks like Campbell.
You saw my improvements to the
Later,
water
will you
lock.
give me more climbing lessons? Someday I'm going to...
So this game was made by Arcane. I'm gonna come back, I suppose. I turned off the camera for cinematic purposes. Why is there so much dead area over here? Hold on. Wrong way. Okay. Okay, it's even worse. Oh my god. So Arcane, who
What are you doing? I need the bottle to draw the eye away from
It was a
Campbell.
fool's errand, Corvo.
I suppose
the
I
plague
can
comes
bait
from
him without
inside
the
us.
cider.
We must all
Truth
strengthen
is
our faith.
always close to this stuff.
Arcane had made, I think they had their debut game, Arx Fatalis, and then
Should we gather for whiskey and cigars tonight? Never doubt it.
She'll see you at once.
And they got bought by Bethesda after making a bunch of work for hire games. And Bethesda was like, we want a thief. Make us a thief.
We've gone beyond that question, Your Majesty.
They're my citizens, and we will.
And so they made Dishonored.
If we can. All of them.
And this is what skyrocketed
We will
them
not
into,
speak of this again.
like, this made the company. This game made Arcane.
Leave us, please.
As you wish, Your Majesty.
Well, I'd definitely kill you.
Corvo. 2 days early. Full of surprises, as usual.
Yep. I kill that guy. Sup?
It's a fair wind that
Sup,
brings
baby
you
girl?
home to me. What news have you brought?
We should leave them.
That's my woman, but it's a secret. Cause I'm not of royal blood, and this is also my baby. That's my daughter.
It's
my little
One
girl.
of the other cities had dealt with this before. Knew of some cure. This news is very bad. We're at the breaking point. Cowards. They're going to blockade us. They'll wait to see if the plague turns the city into a graveyard.
Are you okay, Mother? You seem sad.
Yes, don't worry, darling. Mother is fine. Wait, where are the guards? Who sent them away?
Mother, look! What are they doing on the rooftop?
What? Emily, come here. Emily, get behind me! Look out! Another one! Corvo, thank you. If you hadn't been here... No more! Not again! Mommy! No! Get away from her! Corvo! Mommy! Get away! Corvo!
Oh, Dowd.
Corvo, it's all coming apart. Find Emily. Protect her. You're the only one. You'll know what to do. Won't you? Corvo.
Ward us all. Look at what he's done.
Yes, he's killed the Empress.
Mm-hmm.
What did you do with young Lady Emily, traitor?
Their own bodyguard. Ironic.
I'll see you beheaded for this, Corvo. Take him.
And now we've been dishonored. As far as introductions go, this isn't the best. Save your game often, huh? You trying to tell me to save scum? Who would do that?
This is your final chance, Corvo. Sign the confession, and let me give you the rights to put your spirit at ease.
I think I killed that guy. The royal torturer.
That's enough for now. Get out. Let's give the man some time to think. Corvo, the Empress is dead. Her daughter Emily is hidden away, and no one will ever know the truth.
Yes, unlucky you. Tomorrow you'll be executed, but it's for a good cause. This country needs strong leadership now, someone to guide the weak, and that's where we come in.
There was nothing personal in this, even though you almost sank our plans. But it turned out well. You were in the wrong place at the right time, and someone has to take the fall. Goodbye, Corvo. Guards! Take him back to his cell.
I don't know what I'm gonna play after I finish this. I don't think I'm gonna replay the whole Dishonored series, though. I mean,
You should eat, Corvo.
I doubt it.
This meal comes from a friend.
I like Dishonored 2 a lot, but I don't know if I want to play them both back to back. We'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling. A little fire that warms is better than a big fire that burns. There is likely a shitload of you little fuckers out there who can't read this because they don't teach cursive in schools anymore. I can barely read it. Cursive. What a waste of fucking time that was. Corvo, who we are is irrelevant. Just know that we have faith in you. Here is the key to your cell. Once you're out, head for the prison's interrogation room, take the explosive there, and plant it on the outer door. When the bomb goes off, run. Make for the river and lose yourself in the sewers. You'll find some useful gear stashed there. One of the prison guards will leave a weapon just outside your cell. Good luck. We need you alive. A friend.
Did I tell you about the time I almost caught that guy who killed the Empress?
I think I'm going to lower the gamma a little bit. I usually like things to be brighter, but that was a little too bright.
How come so many people are coming to the exit? Tomorrow.
It's on account of Corvo, the one who killed the Empress and abducted her daughter, Emily.
So it's an occasion.
Right. A social event for the high and mighty. Come see the noble Lord Protector get his head chopped off.
Let me out! I've got 3 days before they cut my head off.
You're out. Good for you. Cut some throats.
The solitary wing is off limits
Burn
to
this
maintenance
place to the ground.
unless accompanied by an officer of the watch.
I would like to.
Kill a guard for me, will you?
Must be scheduled in advance with 1 week's notice.
I don't know. Do I want to do high chaos or low chaos? I played through this already once, low chaos, but it's been so long. You know, I'm not going to remember.
Did you hear Morris was dragged off by the overseers for some black magic nonsense?
Shut up.
Nothing after all.
I'm just going to do low chaos. It's what... Well, I'm going to play the way that I want.
Attention. Tomorrow's execution will be restricted to the personnel assigned to the event and approved dignitaries only.
Look, I'm just going to put this guy in bed. There you go, buddy. You work hard. Take a nice break. We all start with innocence, but the world leads us to guilt. Is that Corvo who wrote that?
How old did you say your sister was?
You're such a choffer.
All right. If this were Mankind Divided, these guys would fucking see me.
Attention. The solitary wing is off limits to maintenance crews, unless accompanied by an officer of the watch. Escort through the solitary wing must be scheduled in advance, with 1 week's notice.
I didn't want to kill him, but they wouldn't let me choke him out. What key did I get? Does it tell me? I picked up a key, didn't I? When I was next to him, didn't it say I picked up a key? I picked up something.
Tomorrow's execution will be restricted to the personnel assigned to the event and approved dignitaries only.
Get around it!
Okay, hold on. We're not... My first save scum of the playthrough. Oh, and save scumming sucks in this game, huh? If you're playing on PC, it's fine. Why aren't you playing this on PC? Shut up. Don't you have it on PC? Shut up. Seriously? Release a fucking PS5 version. Holy shit.
Attention. Tomorrow's execution will be restricted to the personnel assigned to the event and approved dignitaries only.
I'm gonna try to do an aerial assassination. This coin that I got. Part of me wants to start over, because I've killed 3 people already. 2 people already. You can kill a few people, and it's not gonna matter, but I don't want to make it a habit. I don't know what I'm going to play after I finish this. I didn't finish Prey Moon Crash, so I could jump back into that, because I did like it. I didn't stop playing Prey Moon Crash because I didn't like it. I stopped because I just felt like I should play System Shock 2. So I started a playthrough of it.
Execution will be
it was like one of the first games I ever streamed, and I just never finished it, so
And approved dignitaries only.
I just felt like it was appropriate. You can't run when you're holding a body. Good to know. There you go. Only one of you is dead. The other two are napping. I'm so sorry about your friend. You know, I hope they have like a good life insurance policy here. Hagfish. I could play thief.
Attention. Tomorrow's execution will be restricted to the personnel assigned to the event and dignitaries only.
What key did I just get? Yard walkway key. They'll keep each other warm. Cell hallway key. Well, that's where we just were. Got 150 bucks.
Attention. Tomorrow's execution will be restricted to the personnel assigned to the event and approved
Nap
dignitaries
time. Everybody gets a nap time. Oh, you sound like you needed it, buddy. I don't think I need to do this, I just want to. I just think this is pretty funny. I just wish one of them wasn't dead. It'd make it funnier. I panicked. He was gonna turn around. No, 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 no. You get on the bed. You get on the bed with your friends. There you go. Yeah, there you go.
Escort to the solitary wing must be scheduled in advance with 1 week's notice.
There's a slide. So Deathloop, I think I mentioned this at the beginning of the stream, and then I went off on a tangent. I watched a documentary about the making of Deathloop, and you originally, so you have a machete, like Colt has a machete, and originally you were gonna be able to do, you were gonna have like the same, like this shit, but the thing is Deathloop has PvP, and the PvP, this made the PvP too complicated, according to the devs. So they changed it to a kick. I actually think the kick is pretty neat.
Attention. Tomorrow's execution.
That was one of my favorite things in Deathloop. It's just really satisfying to sneak up on someone next to a ledge and just kick them to their death. It's just very satisfying. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like it's not. We need the yard key. Is that a camera? Cannot be opened at this time. Maybe they don't have cameras in this game. I don't think cameras are a thing in Dishonored.
Corvo's unconscious again. Though he's taken more punishment than the 2 men we brought in for interrogation. When he wakes, we'll start again. Having him sign the confession for her murder isn't critical, but it might be useful to us later. The assassination of an empress is not a trivial matter.
Corvo Atano, formerly the Royal Protector, will be brought in for interrogation. This is of utmost importance. The Lord Regent and High Overseer Campbell will conduct the questioning themselves. Follow their orders without hesitation and keep the torture under control. Corvo dies in his hands. Instead of getting the public execution the Lord Regent wants, it'll be your head that rolls. Can't wait until we get Blink. Once that happens, the real game starts.
Attention. Tomorrow's execution will be restricted to the personnel assigned to the event and approved dignitaries only.
Ackworth, you lazy slug. Did you patrol the yard?
Sorry, not yet. I was gonna report that boiler leak from yesterday.
Forget it. Just do your rounds. The report's trouble for both of us.
I'm moving. Hey.
Another night, another patrol with you.
Attention. The solitary wing is off limits to maintenance crews, unless accompanied by an officer of the watch.
That was slick.
Escort through the solitary wing must be scheduled in advance with 1 week's notice.
Where's this guy going?
This is fucking shit.
I think when I played this, I didn't realize that if you're above them, they really, as long as you haven't alerted them already, they're not going to see you, which is cool. That's how it should be.
But everything has to be set up today.
I can't wait to see his head roll. Not everyone did, but I really like the Empress.
Attention. Tomorrow's execution will be restricted to the personnel assigned to the event.
God damn it. I was trying to, I was gonna see if I could just like stay behind him. I will attempt to minimize the save scumming. I am also not a fan of long load screens. Next time we'll count and see how long they are. They're pretty long in Prey. I'm pretty sure if I knock this dude out, they're gonna see his body.
Attention. Tomorrow's execution will be restricted to the personnel assigned to the event and approved dignitaries only.
Rats, plague, elixir, bunch of crap.
Please don't come over here. Please don't come over here. Nap time for everyone. Everyone gets a nap now.
Attention. The solitary wing is off limits to maintenance crews unless accompanied by an officer of the watch. Escort through the solitary wing must be scheduled in advance with 1 week's notice.
Is he coming over here? Oh god. Do. Those guys are all taking a nap. Honestly, they owe me like a thank you card. I mean, they're probably all gonna get fired. Because they're all very bad at their jobs. That was close. You looked overworked, my friend. Now I'm gonna give you a cuddle buddy. You guys be good. I am incredibly sorry about the one guy I killed. I really didn't want to. Just, I hope maybe you can send my condolences to any of his family member. He was just doing his job. You did not find me. You, in fact, did not find me. I'm currently cooking pepper steak. My son goes back to school tomorrow, so I wanted to make something nice for him. And he likes pepper steak. So I am going to have to take a few breaks here. I'm going to have to take one in about 15-20 minutes just to stir it, because it'll burn on the bottom if you don't. Although, like, the burnt bits are usually, they're pretty good. Corvo, if you're reading this, it means your plan worked and you've broken free from Coldridge. One of our contacts has hidden weapons for you somewhere deeper in the sewers. Grab the gear and find Samuel, or these tunnels dump out into the river. A friend who will meet you soon.
Watch for booby traps. Could be some down here by the look of it.
Good. If we're lucky, one of them will get Corvo.
You're afraid of him? He's Sir Conan. It's all merchants and whores down there.
Kids like you never saw what he was like.
I would just like to mention I had nothing at all to do with that. Fuck, dude. Those rats go ham. Rats are eating our babies. You cannot kill the rat plague. The rats can be a problem. Hello? I want you to grab the ledge. Okay, I don't know why you were fucking with me, Corvo. Sad. Amanda and I only had enough coin to buy half the elixir we needed. Even that's all gone now, and there's nothing to do but wait. We're very sick, and there's no place above to hide from the city watch. They're breaking into houses all over our district, so we'll stay here and share the last hours together. Our fire will keep the rats away, but they'll inherit this city. That is very sad. We're going to need him in a second. No. He's my friend now. Alright, fine. I guess I don't get to keep that corpse. Hopefully I don't need him. Yeah, I remember this part.
Aren't we supposed to load the bodies into carts headed to the flooded district?
Yeah, but screw that. That's too far. I don't want to catch the flood. You?
No. Doesn't the elixir prevent it?
Maybe. Either way, let's just dump them down there. No rats.
Alright, we got 3 bodies. What are you doing? Go for the corpse. Eat up.
Attention Dunwall citizens. The assassin Corvo, responsible for the murder of our fair empress and the disappearance of Lady Emily, heir to the throne, has temporarily escaped state custody. Any evidence as to his whereabouts must be delivered to the City Watch at once.
Oh boy. I saw my first The Outsider Walks Among Us graffiti. I should also mention the guy who voice acts the Outsider in this game was replaced because he turned out I don't know exactly what he did, but he's a shit person. Ooh. So he was replaced in the second game. You had one of the coziest deals. You were a voice actor for video games, and I know that they had there was a strike, a voice actor strike, because they were being overworked and they weren't being paid enough. Because it's not an easy job. I just said it was an easy job, and then I followed up by saying it's not an easy job. I mean, it's an easy job compared... I mean, no job. Every job has its issues, but... I guess I didn't mean easy. I meant, like, lucrative. It's a lucrative job. Oh, I could have just jumped over instead of triggering the trap. Well, shit. Well, this dude, I mean, he was in, and he would have, I mean, this was a widely popular game. Dishonored 2 was an incredibly popular sequel. Death of the Outsider, you know, all those games, and he wasn't getting a payday for him because he couldn't just not be a piece of shit. I think he said some stuff. I think he said like some like turf shit or something like that. Greetings, Corvo. Or should I say, Lord Protector. We are servants of the Empire and of the true Empress, a group of loyalists who want very much to meet you. Take your weapons, crafted for you of the finest materials in the Isles, and meet with our man Samuel, near where these tunnels spill into Wrenhaven River. We share a common purpose. Jesus, all these fucking bodies. I got caught on the wood. In case you're too daft to remember, look to your whiskey for the answer. Whiskey, got it? Look to your whiskey for the answer. Look to your whiskey for the answer. Would that be around here? Oh. Right there. Boo boo boo. 451, huh? Four or 5-1, huh? That is a reference. To Fahrenheit 451, which it's also a reference to the Looking Glass people who made the Thief and the System Shock games. It was like an inside joke, and now they've included it. It's included as an Easter egg in a bunch of games, but almost always, if it's an immersive sim or an adjacent immersive sim, it'll have some reference to that number in it.
But what if no one from the squad is around?
Then try to make a lot of noise when you die. Knock something over if you can.
Bastard. come here to die sometimes in the dark. Just slip into the water, don't come out. Hey, someone help me out! Just die!
I thought they couldn't see me if I was above them. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I think it's because I wasn't crouched.
I wonder how deep it is. I can't see the bottom.
Where is the second guard?
Ha! You little bastard.
Ooh. There's a couple guards. There's a couple guards. Okay.
Nasty furry filth. Tell me again what you'll do if Slackjaw and his Bottle Street boys jump you. You're such a choffer.
It's just ridiculous. Stupid rats. Plague.
What was it? Cut enough of your joke. Someone help me out! Let's figure it out!
So I finished season 1 of Evil. I started season 2, and it's a really good show. It's very good. It's it's procedural, so sometimes I get a little bored when they switch from one plot to the other. Some of them are more interesting than others, but there's usually something surreal that happens in the episode. There's like some really fucked up imagery. There was this weird ghoul baby that got born in one episode. It's an interesting show. I recommend.
Nasty furry filth. Something.
Why? I remember this. It's easier to kill in Dishonored 1, and then they gave you more options for stealth in Dishonored 2. I do remember this now, which is annoying. I just don't want to use my sleep darts. I guess I could use them.
Did you hear Morris was dragged off by the overseers for some black magic nonsense?
Blow off.
Burn! Hey!
In Dishonored 2, I think he like Corvo will punch them in the throat or something. It was pretty neat. Dishonored 2 is a good game. I need to stir my pepper steak actually. So does this game do the thing where I have to press X after it loads? So that way I can just walk away while it's loading. No big deal. It does. Okay, hold on. We're gonna do this though real quick.
Nasty furry filth. Ha! You little...
Excellent. Enjoy your sleep. Hopefully rats don't eat you. And we're gonna save. Okay, so we got this guy, and then there's this guy. I don't need to do this. It's just, you know, this guy looks like he's overworked. And I want to give him a nap. There you go, buddy. Have a good nap. Nom 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 nom. Hope you guys like seeing this screen, because that's gonna happen a bunch. Alright, this dude. What's your deal? What are you doing? Where is he? Where is he? There he is. You didn't take a nap now. Sweet dreams, precious. Holy shit, have you guys ever seen that movie Precious? I refuse to watch it, right? Because I've heard like what it's about, and it's just like it's just too awful what they do to that poor girl. And you know, I would rather watch movies. I don't know, man. I mean, like, I think I've seen like a movie like Hotel Rwanda, because I feel, you know, that was it was you know, I think that it's a story that people should hear about. But like the story about Precious is here by the Wren Haven. I'll make my last home. It stinks to the void. My grandmom's hagfish stool drive the odor away. Remember sailing out on this river to the great ocean, that vast blinding light and blue water. I was a tender 15 and our nets were always full to bursting. The old days before everything went to shit. Anyway, it goes. So the boots of the watch against my skull, teeth of the rats in my bones, with the tremble of the plague all over my skin. Don't matter none to me. But I saw a clip of the final scene of the movie today, because I was like, maybe I should watch Precious. And holy fucking shit, that is a fucking dark movie. That poor girl. It's crazy though, because when that movie came out, like everyone was talking about it all the time, and since then, I don't really feel like anyone gives a shit about it.
Attention, Dunwall citizens. The assassin Corvo, responsible for the murder of our fair Empress and the disappearance of Lady Emily, heir to the throne, has temporarily escaped state custody. Any evidence as to his whereabouts must be delivered to the City Watch at once.
I feel like I'm like super short. I think.
Over here. Quickly, I'm a friend. I'm Samuel, and I work for some good people who want very much to meet you. They said you'd come out here. I could still hardly believe it. I'll take you to meet them. Just down the river from here.
I killed one person. I feel bad about it. I never got detected. I missed a lot of coins though. Anyway, I'll be right back. I gotta stir my pepper steak. Sure do wish my Stream Deck worked. Come on, OBS, fix this shit. Says the man using this website, this software application completely for free. All right, whatever. Be right back. I return. The pepper steak is going to be fucking bomb. I'm pretty excited to eat it. Depending on how this stream goes, I'm either going to end the stream to eat dinner in like an hour, or I'm just going to go upstairs, cook the rice, and then make a bowl for my son, and then I'll eat later. But I kind of want to eat with him, so I'll probably end the stream in like an hour or so. It depends on when the pepper steak's done. So I didn't mean for this to be a short stream, but it is what it is. Maybe I'll come back after we eat. We'll see. I'm currently on a good sleep schedule. Going to bed at 10 and I'm waking up at 6.
This is the Hound Pits pub. Closed for business. Half the district marked off as dead from the plague. We're right under the Lord Regent's nose, and he don't know a thing.
One of the things I really liked about this game, and then I think it's...
If anyone finds out what we're up to, the Watch will break in with swords drawn. And now that you've escaped, the Lord Regent's going to be tearing the city apart.
It's even better in the sequel, is I love having a base of operations. I love a Firelink shrine.
If anyone can help you find that
big fan.
girl, Lady Emily, and clear your name, he can.
Love a Majula.
I expect they're hard at work in there. Best join them. They'll help you get whoever really killed the Empress.
Oh, that's right. There's dogs.
Attention all citizens. Curfew extends from sundown to sunrise
I wasn't
unless
sure
you
if
are
I'd be able to do
otherwise
that.
authorized. Violators will be subject to interrogation and detained when necessary. Remember, the boldest measures are the safest.
I can come in here? There's an item. Fuck.
Oh my, you startled me. Ah, you could only be Corvo. I suppose you're practicing for your, well, your job? You're much younger than I expected. Do make yourself at home. Terrible you got blamed for the death of the Empress. Rest her spirit.
Yeah.
Attention, citizens of Dunwall. The Old Port District has been added to the evacuation list. The Weeper count for the month of siege has increased. The Lord Regent has decreed that
I would like
will remain in effect through the month of rain. Stay alert and
the month of rain. I love it. We're gonna get that item. I don't know what it is, but we're gonna get it. I got stuck on the wall. Oh, come on. Bullshit. Whatever, I'm gonna get Blink, and then I'll be able to get it easy peasy.
River traffic is forbidden from landing in the distillery district. Due to risk of infectious contact, violators will be taken to the flooded district for treatment and rehabilitation.
And I say to you, brothers, litany on the White Cliff, and I say to you, brothers, it is here that we make our stand as a righteous force against the growing darkness. It is here that we unite against the spirits of the unknown that would drag us screaming into the night, never to return to our homes, to our families. Together we will serve as a rod to those who would stray from the herd for the foggy gray wastes of the outsider. We will burn a bright fire with our virtuous actions so that others will not lose their way. And to those who choose to wander beyond the walls of our homes in far places, we will strike at them swiftly before they whisper to their neighbors, filling their hearts with strangeness and doubt. How about that? This is where the dude who upgrades my stuff is. What is there? Oh, I was just in here. Alright. Enough pussyfooting.
I'm sure the Admiral is anxious to meet you. It wasn't easy getting you here.
But I hope he understands subtlety as well.
This isn't one of them. We can continue this later, Lord Pendleton. The man of the hour is here.
I kill all of
I'm Admiral
you.
Havelock, a true servant of the Empire, like you. Until the Lord Regent purged those of us.
I think Havelock's the final boss, right? No,
I'm
he's
Lord
not really a
Trevor
boss, but
I represent the
I think he's
nobility.
the last guy I kill.
But we all act as equals here at the Hound Pits pub.
This is a momentous occasion, Corvo. I'm going to come out with it. We've been building a coalition of loyalists, aimed at ending the Lord Regent's tyranny and restoring the throne.
At risk of execution, we're committed to finding young Lady Emily and seeing her crowned as Empress.
We've got big plans, but we can't do any of it without you. We need your skills, your ability in a fight, and in helping us, we're going to help you destroy the men who murdered the Empress.
Sorry, you must be exhausted. We can discuss this further after you've recovered. But before you retire, you should introduce yourself to Piero. He's challenging at times, but his industrious mind buys him that right.
Yes, Piero's as much an artist as a technician. He's going to be crafting the gear you'll need. Go talk to him and then get some sleep. We can talk more when you've rested.
You gotta blow that smoke right in my face, motherfucker.
As far as the river mouth and flooded district, do not attempt to approach or destroy a river crust. Any items recovered.
I'll be crafting your weapons and gear. All custom work. For you, I will create the tools of a master assassin. No! This cannot happen now. The tank of whale oil's run out. Will you get a new tank from upstairs, please, while I hold this in place? Be careful. Oil's unstable. When it explodes, there's a terrible mess.
Sokolov technology and the new age. Sokolov was that guy who was painting earlier, and he's also going to be a thing later. One of the advantages of Sokolov's technologies is that they share the same magnetic socket for the tanks of processed whale oil they use as fuel. When a tank is exhausted, another can be plugged into place with ease, and the process is simple enough that any common workman or even the lower guardsmen of the City Watch can handle the task. Wow, what an ass. This applies to the arc pylon and wall of light security systems, as well as the powered carriages used for transport by those few who are wealthy enough to afford them. The only obvious downside of Sokolov's designs is the volatility of the tanks themselves. A few incidents have occurred, resulting in damage to property or bodily harm whenever one of the tanks is exploded. Dead Counter Responsibilities. Commissioned by the Lord's Regent in the face of the growing plague crisis, the Dead Counter is a position that will only be given to officers, usually of junior or middle grades. In most matters of edict or curfew enforcement, these officers will defer to the acting officer on duty. However, any dead counter will have command in situations related to the plague and the handling of the dead, including those with late-stage plague symptoms, called weepers in common parlance. Starting in the month of rain, interested officers may apply for the test and, if accepted, for the 2-week training tour. Pay will be administered in coin and rations of elixir at 1 1/2 normal pay grade. And failed experiments. This is by Piero. Of course, I have attempted to improve upon Sokolov's designs. Of course, and why not? After all, it is likely that his thinking was influenced in some small way by our time together at the Academy. We are all part of a community, striving to unknot the mysteries of the cosmos. Even those among us who possess the greatest minds are often led to a fruitful line of consideration by, how does one say it? Our intellectual subordinates. Sokolov is no exception to this, despite the glamour of genius he has cast over the aristocracy. And further, it is true that many of my experiments have failed. No need to gossip about it behind packing your social clubs and in the very chambers of the Academy itself. Great ambition requires risks. You may laugh now at my door to nowhere, but someday you will not. Your children will likely see it as commonly as you see the electric lamps lighting our streets at night. But a few short years ago, you would have laughed at Sokolov's arc pylon or wall of light. Your laughter, your condescending smiles, they are nothing but evidence of your own limited imagination. Whale vivisection. A natural philosopher's notes aboard a whaling ship. Remarkably, each specimen I had the pleasure of studying during the voyage possessed some minor variance in physiology. On the second leg of the trip, east of Tivia, the crew hauled aboard a female, some 42 feet in length. I estimate she weighed 35 tons, and the ship sat low, rocking side to side through in the night with her thrashing. By candlelight, I took her apart, sketching and taking notes. Against her bellowing, I cut into the mass of tentacles around her mouth. Within, I found row upon row of teeth and a baleen running along the upper jaw. Through this broom-like structure, I assumed she filtered food from the water that was too small to be chewed. What the fuck is a baleen? A baleen. It's a... It's a thing in a whale's mouth. It's like a plate or something. Out at sea, they secure the beast with hooks, with lines cast from the main ship and from several smaller boats. Buoys keep the whale from diving deep. Once it's caught, a larger hook is driven through the tail, which is used to hoist the creature up through the chute. They moan and bellow for some time as the men get them onto the deck, then lift them into the scaffolding overhead. The ship adjusts its prow and returns to port in Dunwall, where the crew works on the great creature, slicing off the fattiest parts while it still lives. Fuck. Why? Sokolov no longer has the upper hand with regard to supplies of whale oil. The good admiral has paid for the installation of my own system, which will enable me to work in this place. The oil tank dispenser, when activated, will produce an empty vessel for filling. When the empty tank is held near the oil tank refill pump, magnetic attractor should blah 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 blah. Okay. I think if I throw this, it'll blow up.
Perfect. Now plug it in.
No, I will not sign off on these purchases. A bag of powdered crystal, Tivian ore. What's wrong with the metals in crystal? King sparrow feathers. If you need feathers, sacrifice your own pillow. Maybe at the Academy, everything you need was paid for by Tariff handed out willy-nilly, but this is my bar, or what's left of it, and we're operating on a budget. We're running low on oil, food, elixir, building materials, and everything else. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Second solution. It is through no fault of my own that the average citizen... Oh, wait, is this what I just read? Okay. It is through no fault of my own that the average citizen has expressed a preference for Sokolov's elixir over my own formula, sold as Piero's remedy, a name I did not choose if you must know the truth. The public has spoken its usual message of idiocy, spending their coin as a means of selecting Sokolov's formula over mine, which I believe to be equal if not superior. Much has been made over the popularity of these concoctions as a means of resisting this remarkable new plague. I say remarkable because this strain works with an efficiency we have not seen in the history of the Empire. This plague, now making its way through the city of Dunwall, is unrivaled in its effectiveness. I have studied it within the blood of those so afflicted that it is nearly perfect, elegant in fact. And while it is true that Pierre's remedy and Sokolov's elixir are known to protect the body against the plague equally, my own has properties not fully understood which relate to the mind itself and the spirit. And it is this way that my formula wins out. Here is where one should pay attention to this contest, for you see, Sokolov's elixir, with its emphasis on the brute animal body, is a crass goo better suited for livestock. The subtle and secret variants in the key ingredients making up Pierre's remedy ensure that it works on the higher functions that separate humankind from the mindless blue-jawed hagfish swimming in Rinhaven River.
Near the receptacle. Magnetism will do the rest. Perfect. Thank you, Cole. Here, see? The assassin's mask. You're a wanted man, so everyone in the city knows you're...
This part doesn't make a lot of sense. The mask thing.
Terror to them. If you just hold still...
Because I'm not wearing the mask to be anonymous.
Can you see normally? Center lens out of alignment. There. Better now? I could create more for you. Upgrades for your gear, weapons, munitions. But our situation proves desperate. Scavenge the city for valuables and I will resell them on the black market. That should give us the money to craft the things you need. Tell me what I can make for you.
How much money do I have? I have a lot of money.
You must be exhausted. I advise that you get some sleep. Your life will get even more difficult soon. You should rest while you can. Sleep well.
Here we go. Dude, I'm out of weed and it sucks. Technically, I do have money to buy some, but I'll be the rest of my money. Also, my cable and internet's going to get cut off on Saturday unless I miraculously get $200 or maybe an extension. That Comcast might give me an extension. Ooh, spooky. I'd say they don't really do a good job of setting up the outsider. It just kind of happens. Like you see the signs or whatever. Let's see if because I really don't remember how this goes. The outsider picks people who are interesting to them. And that's why he picks Dowd, it's why he picks Corvo.
Hello, Corvo. Your life has taken a turn, has it not? The Empress is dead. Her precious daughter Emily is lost somewhere in the city, and you will play a pivotal role in the days to come. For this, I have chosen you and drawn you into the void. I am the outsider, and this is my mark. There are forces in the world and beyond the world, great forces that men call magic. And now, these forces will serve your will. Use this newfound power, my gift to you. Come find me.
Oh, distance is reduced when you go up. Interesting. So Piero makes elixirs, and Sokolov, well, Sokolov's elixir is for health, Piero's remedy is for mana. Whoops. I will, Emily. I will save ye. I'm gonna kill you. Oh, these are the Pendleton brothers. Yes, yes. I recall. You know, I did technically start a second playthrough of this game on my stream. I think right after I finished it. I don't remember why I stopped. Oh, I do kind of remember why. I attempted to do a high chaos. And I got to the party, and so something happens with Piero where if you don't buy stuff from him, the next mission you can't buy stuff from him. And I didn't have enough elixirs or remedies. It was really the remedies, so I didn't have enough mana to do stuff, and it just made the level much more difficult considering I was trying to do high chaos. So I just flushed it. I flushed that playthrough. Maybe this time maybe that's what I'll play next. Maybe I'll do a low chaos playthrough and then a high chaos playthrough. Maybe. The tall boys. I remember, and I have not been able to find it since, but I could swear I saw that there was a theory online that was saying that the outsider is connected to the whales. I don't remember that ever being a thing that is explored in the game, and I played Death of the Outsider, and I don't remember him turning into a whale. But I might have missed something. Sometimes it's hard for me to see the forest for all the trees. Know what I mean?
That follow, your trials will be great, Corvo. Seek the ancient runes bearing my mark in the lonely places of your world, and at shrines raised in my name. These runes will grant you powers beyond those of other men. To help you find these runes, I give you this, the heart of a living thing, molded by my hands. With this heart, you will hear many secrets.
Where'd you get that heart from?
Runes, no matter how they may be hidden. Listen to the heart now, and find another rune.
So that's this is Elizabeth's heart. All time is meaningless here, neither seconds nor centuries. Someday this place will devour all the lights in the sky. The one who walks here is all things, cradle songs of comfort and bones gnawed by teeth. This is the place from which those who dabble in the black arts draw their power, and this place is their doom. So there's a theory that this game is connected to Deathloop. And if you do the ending of Deathloop where you end the loop, when you look up into the sky, the stars are gone or something. Dark vision. Oh, I can't. Oh, I don't have enough. I get more health. We're gonna get this one.
How you use what I have given you falls upon you, as it has to the others before you. And now I return you to your world, but know that I will be watching with great interest.
You know, one game I considered replaying after I finished this is I was thinking about maybe loading up Fallout New Vegas. It's been a long time since I played that. Early life and criminal record, Slackjaw. You want the chinwag on Slackjaw? What he was like when he was young, before he got his name? Oh, he's got a cool head now, but it weren't always like that in the days before he was boss of the Bottle Street Gang. Time was, young Slackjaw wasn't such a reasonable man. Like most of us, he grew up on the streets, running with a pack of ragamuffins and avoiding the law, pinching whatever he needed. Dark-haired and dark-eyed, smoking a pipe by the age of 10. For them born into the brothels or coming from the orphanages, it was orphanages? It was either the gangs or working with the mudlarks, and no one wants that. Some got pressed into the Navy or put down in the mines run by the Pendleton or Boyle families. As hard as it was on the streets, as hungry as we all got, at least we was free. By the time we weren't little ones anymore, Slackjaw was one to watch, usually calling the shots when we took down a farmer's cart or sidewalk street vendor. He'd come up with the plan, give everyone some part to play, and decide on the split. Most of us just went along because we learned fast that we made out better like that. More food, more coin. Plus, none of us wanted to deal with Slackjaw when he was in a rage. He worked on a couple of big jobs at Black Sally across town, and that was enough to get the attention of the other bosses. He wasn't just a street kid anymore. Now he was an up-and-comer, which meant trouble. Another guy who fancied himself as such was Mike the Fish, who was working his way up running the protection racket among the factory women. One fine evening, we're all taking in a bawdy show in the theater house. Mike the Fish and his lot are there, and the cheap seats too, just down the aisle from us. Mike gets a wild idea. He wasn't big on planning. Throws a heavy ceramic spittoon at Slackjaw, hits him square in the face, and breaks his jaw. We look to see if there's going to be a blood brawl, but Slackjaw just points at the door and we all leave, with Mike laughing at our backs. Jesus. Waking up the next day without telling us why, Slackjaw motions for us all to follow. He still can't say a word, so we just come along. We stop at the docks, and Slackjaw actually pays coin for it, a heavy chain covered in hooks. It's for fishing in the deep, something you'd attach to a long line off the side of a ship. It's about 4 feet, made of thick links, and there are shark hooks coming off it at different angles. Slackjaw's got that thing wrapped around his left arm, dangling at his side. Not sure how he knew where Mike the Fish was staying, but when we reach his girl's house, Slackjaw throws a bottle through the window just like that. It's almost noon. There's a bunch of screaming inside, and Mike pokes his head out, looking wide-eyed and baffled. When he sees Slackjaw out in the street, a look comes over his face that still gives me the willies. Pure murder. Mike comes out the side door, bellowing like a blue ox, holding a cleaver, heading straight for Slackjaw. When they come together in the street, Slackjaw spins, and the shark hooks bite deep into Mike's arm and shoulder. He screams, but Slackjaw holds onto the chain. He's standing there with his jaw broken, clenched tight, with the chain wrapped around his left arm, hook sunk into Mike the Fish, just knifing him as fast as he can. Mike couldn't fight very well hooked like that, and using his left hand, but he was a big guy and took a last stabbing before he went to his knees. Everyone was cheering at first, but then we all went quiet. I just kept going and going, until finally it was just Mike the Fish blubbering, crying like the baby, and the sound of Slackjaw's knife. Oh, Jesus. When it was over, and here's the brilliant part, Slackjaw took out a note and stuck it to Mike's face with a nail. It just said, "If you want a job, come to Bottle Street." Slackjaw didn't talk right for a couple of months, but word spread fast. By the end of the year, once we had a sizable gang going, he sent out letters to the other bosses, telling them he was running a brand new crew over on Bottle Street. Most of them laughed or beat up the guys who delivered the letters. Green-Eyed Trish even came back missing a thumb, but apparently Slackjaw was expecting that kind of reaction and had a backup plan. A week later, 4 of the bosses were dead. It seemed like a series of unfortunate events, but everyone knew better. One shot dead by the watch while standing in the middle of a meat market. Another slipping and falling into the water, out cold. One of the older bosses found in bed with his belly opened wide and a Tivian Pierce stuffed in his mouth. Still not sure what that meant. And Sheila Barnsworth was found bubbling in a cauldron of hot wax. Slackjaw sent out another set of letters. Offers to the underbosses, telling them they'd be treated fair as peers. He even sent Green-Eyed Trish with one of the letters. All of the underbosses accepted. After spilling the guts of his main competition, Slackjaw went in for stabilizing his business, real neat-like, calling in favors, smoothing things over, giving everyone a little bit of coin or drink as a bonus, showing what he could be like as a boss. So everything got quiet, which always makes the boys of the City Watch nervous, of course. Word went out among the Royal Spymaster Snitches, the responsible citizens group they called themselves, telling everyone working in a shop or sweeping off the front steps of their homes to keep watchful eyes for Slackshaw and his men, trying to suss out what they were up to and what had just happened. But Slackshaw ain't stupid. He greased a few palms among the shopkeepers and the watch too, telling them that he was in town to stay and that things would be run properly from now on. Without so much blood, he was finally a real boss, ready to settle into the business of moving whiskey, running the hound fights, and offering up the ladies and gentlemen of the night, if you take my meaning. Then the plague came. At first it seemed like a good thing. A few people got sick and everyone wanted to buy those potions from Sokolov or Piero. Health elixir or spiritual remedy, they call them. Slackshaw told me he saw an opportunity. We already had an old whiskey factory with a still, where we could water the stuff down and sell it discounted. Doing the same with Sokolov's elixir was a smart plan. Pretty soon everybody in the slums was sick and business was good. But after a while there were so many people down with the plague that everyone got scared. Everybody started acting real nasty and everything fell apart. When people can't work, they don't have the coin for elixir, watered down or pure. When the Empress died, which just happened, I was in prison for a while. I think they say how long, but it's not really a focus. When the Empress died, it seemed like Dunwall would slide into the void. Spymaster Burroughs took over, and the Watch started using all that new Sokolov technology. Watchtowers, tall boys, and them arc pylons. They put up a wall of light across Claverling Boulevard and cracked down hard. But Slackshaw surprised us again. Instead of leaving town on a boat bound for Morley at one of the other isles, he stayed and kept it all together. We get as much elixir to fight off the plague as the City Watch with their taxes and rations, and that's kept us alive so far. Crowley. Let's check out our bone charms. More bone charms. Cool. The Journal of Granny Rags. Of course, I'll tell you, dearie. I won't keep any secrets from you in the end. Oh my god. This is a lot. I want to read it, though, so you're going to suffer through it with me. All the dreary days of my life are like the windows of a house. From the kitchen, I can see out into the garden where the leaves and stalks are brown and bug-eaten. You can see a little lump of dirt where something was wrapped in a blanket and laid to rest along the rows of twisting vines. The front room looks out into the street where the neighbors are all setting fire to their homes, barricading themselves inside, warm and snug, dearie. Don't forget about the bedroom either. It sees into a dreary alley where hooligans are playing a game with an old man. The first two are hitting him with sticks, and the girl with them is kicking at his dry old ribs. Oh, to have those bones, to boil them in a pot. No one lives in my house anymore, dearie. No one you'd want to meet. When I lived there with my husband, we were fine people. Vera more, everyone would say. Your house is as grand as Boyle Manor. Better even. Your dinners are lavish and your parties are the best. When that young Sokolov came to paint my portrait, I was nearly still in my prime. Radiant, he said. He was just barely a man, so young, painting all the best people across the land. Everyone wanted a portrait by his hand, all my friends. I was the only one, dearie, wet with his paint, glistening on the canvas for a pretty coin. But it wasn't all parties and paintings. My husband and I weren't always at home, no. We traveled together, he and I, to the far end of the Isles, beyond even, all the way to the red cliffs of Pandysia, to dig in the rock and crawl through the caves, holding up candles and squinting at the walls. Many precious things we came upon, but none so precious as the boy with the black eyes, dearie. The outsider. All those marks and bones, carved so deep and polished so bright. I brought the old bones home, hid them from my dear husband, then I learned to boil them and carve them myself. They made such good presents, dearie. The little mute boy took them home. He loved them so. All the time he came back with new bones for me, holding them up so I could see it in his eyes, even though his tongue was still. Granny, his eyes would say to me, carve these bones for me. Make me another present. He went so far, all the way to Dunwall Tower, The royal headsman himself now. My little mute boy and his shiny, shiny sword. That's me she's talking about. Better bones were what I needed, you see. Better bones to carve and polish, scrape and gleam. My dear old husband was always tired. I made him soup, and then he was sick. Better bones was all. For my little mute boy, carved in the name of the one with black eyes. And after my husband was gone, giving away his birthday gifts, I didn't want to live there anymore. Am I mute, though? Because I talk in the next game, so maybe it's not me. But all the way to Dunwall Tower, the royal headsman himself, my little mute boy and his shine. I have a... What? I don't know. So now I'm old and don't have many to give my presents to. It's sifting through the garbage for granny rags and feeding the little birdies that gather at my feet. No one wants to have tea, dearie. Especially those rude louts on Bottle Street. Slackjaw and his boys, always meddling with an old woman just trying to make her way. In the end, we'll be together with him, you and me in the dreary night with stars above and below, and always the one with the black eyes, dearie. She is voiced by Susan Sarandon. Oh my god. Field survey notes. The Royal Spy. This is the 4th day, month of high cold. Progress continues on the suppression of gang activity in the Distillery District. Blah, 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 blah. Currently, Jessamine would rather spend her time with the Royal Protector. Blah, blah, blah. Young lady Emily is showing up screwy. Empress also disapproves of my plans for the Sokolov devices. This motherfucker. He's the guy who took over. Rumors and sightings, Dowd. Dowd is also an outsider man? Me too. Oh, hold on. What do we got? I don't think I can get to this one yet. Maybe I can? There's fishies that will attack me. Hagfish, I believe they're called. Please? Please? I want it. Yep, they're doing it. I think we're going to get possession, bend time, and agility. I think those will be best for the playthrough I want to do. So we're going to save that for now. Okay, invisible wall, I think. What the hell is that noise? What was that noise? Leave me alone, fishies, leave me alone. Oh god, they're coming. They're coming. Oh, there's like little dragonflies. I'll be right back. I need to stir my pepper steak. All right, the pepper steak is pretty much done. I just want the sauce to thicken up a little bit. So I was trying to heat up a smidge.
He can't sleep in regular beds anymore, or that's what he says.
Well, let's get down to it. First off, I know that assassination...
I should have gotten more water while I was upstairs.
But sometimes, good men have to do bad things to make the world right. Our purpose is clear. We want to restore Her Majesty's line by finding and putting Emily Kaldwin on the throne. To those ends, we'll hide, act in shadow, take them apart, piece by piece. Tonight, High Overseer Campbell dies by your hand. It won't be easy. He's protected by his overseers, an army of religious zealots. But if anyone can do it...
do I need to move my head? No, I don't. I think...
Your exploits are legendary. Campbell carries a private journal. Once you've eliminated him, get the journal, because we think it contains Emily's location.
I already know where she
Recovering
is.
her
I saw where she
obviously
was.
critical, assuming she's alive. That's the gist of it. Remember our cause and strike.
I saw where she was. She's with the Pendleton
counting on
brothers.
Another thing. Campbell is holding a former overseer by the name of Martin. He's one of us, and if you manage to find him, give him whatever help you can. He's a master strategist, and he got caught working for our cause. It'd be good to have him back here at the Hound Pits.
Okay.
Attention Dunwall citizens.
We will in fact do that.
Attempt to house or care for a friend or family member who shows signs of blood on their face and chest area.
Oh. Corvo. Hello. I'm Callista. I work here for Admiral Havelock. I'm sorry to intrude on your business, but this is important. I suspect you're going to kill the High Overseer.
That is the plan.
That wretched man. There's really no reason for you to listen to me. But my uncle, Jeff Kernow, still serves as captain in the City Watch. But he's a good man, and my only family. The chatter in servant circles is that Campbell just took delivery of an exotic poison. And I think I know why. My uncle's not corruptible like the rest of them. Campbell is going to poison my uncle. Do you think you could protect him? You used to do that, right? Before you had your current profession.
The opposite of protecting?
Before you became an assassin.
I mean, it's not like I was given a choice. Yeah, I'll do it.
Just wondering, sir, if you thought about perhaps seeing Piero before venturing into the Overseer's nest. I'd recommend going with the best gear you can put together.
Oh, hey,
I overheard the Admiral at breakfast, talking about the Overseers. That's all I heard. And I think it's better if I don't know too much about
what do you have to say about Samuel? I don't think I need to buy anything from Piero, but...
What can I do for you?
How did I get so much money? Yeah, I'll take that. And I will take that. Do. Okay, and now we can get... Let's do... We're gonna do... Kinda... Ooh, yeah, that's going to be useful because we can use that with Blink.
Ready to go? Just give the signal.
Let's go, homie. Roll out. This would probably be a good time to end. I want to keep playing, though. I'll screw around for a little bit, and then I'll end.
It'll be a rough trip. Used to be to go straight up Clavering Boulevard, but now it's not so easy. Half the city's dead of the plague. The other half's fighting over what's left. City Watch still holds the bigger streets, and they've set up those wall of light checkpoints. Man walks through one of those, and he ends up burned to a crisp. Everything not controlled by the City Watch is gang territory. Then there are the real odd birds living on the fringes, like that Granny Rags. They say she's nuts. Don't know which is worse. Just take your pick.
What if I want to do all of them? Okay.
Let's go. It's nearly midnight. But easy, damn it. Keep them in the boat. Canal's got enough shit in it as it is.
Hey!
What is it?
I think that last one was moving. Damn
What?
furry Phil. Yeah, the little one.
Not possible. I inspected them myself. Keep working.
Gully ain't moving no more.
Good. Keep them coming.
Okay.
One, two, three, heave!
What do we get? Food heals you slightly more. She was shy in the month of Hearths. Darren and Gwen. Aw. She was shy in the month of Hearths? And she was shy in the month of Hearths, hiding from my scented letters, a sun-dabbled cure for my loneliness. She was smiling in the month of rain, eating figs straight from the tree, a dream of sailing around the isles. She was wed in the month of clans to her sailor cousin from Calero. Ugh, a shrill bird drilling at my chest. She was... Dude. She was dying in the month of songs, struck by a disease from the east, a terrible kiss on her distant lips.
One, two, three, heave!
He misses the days he spent at sea.
One, two, three, heave! One, two, three, heave!
So we want to go through that wall of light.
One, two,
I think I could get through one of those tunnels.
Good. Keep them coming.
one, two, three, heave! One, two, three, heave! One, two, three, heave!
Oh god. I don't know why that didn't work. I gotta tell you the truth. I just played BioShock. So far, besides the intro, this is leaps and bounds better than BioShock. It's so much more interesting. The gameplay. I just think stealth is... It just enables for, you know, some really creative... Wrong fucking power was equipped. Never mind, this game sucks. BioShock's way better. It's just BioShock's a shooter, and I just think shooters are fun, but a game where I get to be where you creatively manage your way through a level, I just think that's way more interesting than just shooting things and using a fireball. And I like shooting things too. Like, I love Doom as much as the next guy, but
Dead from the plague.
Better them than us. At least some of them had money.
I died? How did I die? I used Blink. But like, I don't want the game to just be stealth. Like, I want there to be, you know, some kind of like combat mechanic, I think. Here's what we're gonna do. How about we fucking equip the right power. We go there. Oh, hello.
Half the block dead from the plague.
Good. Keep them coming.
Than us. At least some of them had money. One, two, three, heave!
What?
Stupid rats. Plague. Elixir. Bunch of crap.
Keep skulking around. Guess everything's all right.
Everything's fine. All right, I'm gonna finish making dinner for my kid, and then
Just die! Help me find it. He's slippery. Check everywhere.
just real quick before I go, I just want to see something. I thought one of these was open. You ain't gonna find shit, brother. Come on. Okay, you can't go over there. Alright guys, thanks for watching if you watched. I might come back later, like after I eat dinner. We'll see. But it probably won't be for like an hour if I do come back. Stay well. Hope to see you again soon. Keep it sleazy. Umbasa.